power forward. At 6'9", number 8, Danny Avdia.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Holmgren is out there with Jalen Williams. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Harper. Bringing is out there with Danny Avdia. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players. Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Williams sets a screen for Holmgren. From outside, off the mark. Harper with the ball. Back to Henderson. Launches it. Swinging. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Now, here's Dort. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's Henderson. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to San Antonio. They set the pick to the inside. Got a hand on it. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. From 11 feet away, Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Avdia, the pass to Harper. In the corner, Henderson with it. No good on the three. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Teardrop shot. The shake. It's deflected. Avdia, his last outing, 16 points for him. Henderson outside. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Check out Chet Holmgren. He's coming off an excellent season, and he ranked 3rd in the league in blocks. He's just a fearsome deterrent around the rim.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Now, here's Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. They set the pick. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Kamare. Henderson, no good.
Now, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. Dort kicks to Williams, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Avdia, still without a basket. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Harper, no good. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And the move and the basket, SGA has the defense shook.
Harper dishes to Avdia. Pass to Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Simons, he's checked in for Avdia. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for the Thunder. Williams passes to Wallace. Shot clock at 6. The steal. Here's Harper. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City trailing. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8, and the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's his first foul. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Now here's Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Donovan Klingon. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Oklahoma City. Number 11, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Here's Henderson. He's got 6. Left side, Simons. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. The Trailblazers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Portland no good that time either. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Henderson. Shoots. And that's good off the glass that time. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Outside Harper. Pass to Simon. 5 on the clock. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Simon's missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Williams with the ball. Now Henderson defending. Tries again. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Henderson on target from 13 feet. 8 points for him.
Well, Henderson utilizes the whole floor. He's just looking for the best shot he can get.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Henderson. 8 points for him. Henderson with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Simon's missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
It's an incredible advantage to have a 7-footer who can shoot like Holmgren.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
You're on the big screen.
Now we have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Trailblazers in second.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Ayton kicks to Howard. Over Williams. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Pass to Holmgren. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Portland's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Right side, Avdia. Back to Simons. To end the run. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Well, look, he's struggled so far, but maybe that basket is all he needs to get going.
Pass to Holmgren. Now Wallace. And the call will be against Anthony Simon. That's foul number 2 for him.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Now here's Wallace. Nothing on the board. Here's Peterson. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. Simons, the pass to Ayton. A 3-pointer off the mark. And for the Thunder, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. The Thunder with another miss. The Trailblazers shooting just 35% to start the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Both free throws good from Avdia. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Picked by Williams. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
That shot, the 3, is very volatile. On games when it's falling, you can beat anyone, but when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
They've got Howard, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Puffkin in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Connects from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Peterson, down low. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Doesn't go that time. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Howard. The layup off target.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wallace, the pass to Peterson. Goes up on the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Thunder lead by 7. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. On the wing, Wallace. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8.
Well, the 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Ayton throws it down.
Playing with serious aggression. DeAndre Ayton. This team would love to see more of that.
Wallace, the pass to Peterson. to Wallace. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 6. Left side, Avdia. Ayton a screen on Wallace. Here's Buffkin. They get the rebound. 3-pointers, Simons. Knocks down the 3 ball. Simons has got 6 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Peterson, covered by Simons. A second chance effort. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Thunder lead by 5. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. From downtown, and Holmgren pulls it down.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Third is Chet Holmgren.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guy.
The Trailblazers Youth Dance Team.
To see some stats for Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, he put up about 35 points a game, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Outside, Dort. Howard against Williams. Second chance shot. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Harper kicks to Simons. Pass to Howard, and they call an illegal screen here.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. Great showing for him last season. And you look at his 3-point field goal percentage. How about top 10 in the league? He did not miss often.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. That one goes in.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A different look now for Portland. Kamar is checked in, and Henderson subbed in for Anthony Simons. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Buffkin. Still scoreless. To the wing right side. Here's Harper. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Thunder.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense right on him. For three, Williams. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Here's Buffkin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Harper. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
And Portland making a change here. Avdia's checked in. The Thunder leading by 16. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Portland grabs the miss. Klingen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Avdia. They get it back. Harper the pass to Henderson. Fires from deep. Harper, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
And he gets the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside, Avdia. Here's Kamare. Scoreless thus far. That one good for 2.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Avdia kicks to Henderson. Portland moving the ball around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harper's got 5 now.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Plays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Henderson outside. Here's Klingen. And it's Klingen with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Dort misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
For Portland, they had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the Thunder making a change here. The Thunder leading by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a piece of it. Avdia against Holmgren. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Holmgren.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Oklahoma City's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The kick out to Williams. Fires for 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter, 3rd of the game so far.
Pass to Harper. Shoots over George. Harper, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With JB Bickerstaff, Coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2 in the place to be. Most definitely, they seize the paint like a MIC. Me and Ernie and Kenny.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
Checking out the Trailblazers. Starting the season with a loss, you know they're ready to fight tonight. Don't want to start out 0-2.
I think the most important thing is they show improvement. Your record at this point in the season won't tell the whole story.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Taking a look at the Thunder, Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Williams is out there with Chet Holmgren.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander going inside, in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
Harper with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Henderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Wide open. Jump shot is good that time. Henderson's got 10.
Making smart use of the pick and roll play there. Henderson frees himself to go and get a bucket.
With the teardrop, and Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Harper with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. Over to the wing, taken away. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Finished off the break. 15 points in the game.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Here's Harper. He takes it in, and he's able to get it back. And the wide open shot from Avdija. Good on the triple. Avdija's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Good on the shot.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Harper the pass to Henderson. Harper with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Henderson, no good. The Thunder leading by 11. Here's Dort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Thunder have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Holmgren. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Yes, that goes in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Dort against Harper. Shoots over Dort. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
They need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Yep, that one goes in there. Holmgren's got 7 points.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Here's Henderson with the drive. Outside, Avdija. No good again that time. The Thunder leading by 16. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Second half here, we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Henderson for 3. The shot misses.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Dort misses. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Gilgeous-Alexander against Henderson. 18 feet out. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 8.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better. Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
Left side, Williams lets it go from the wing. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists in the game. Trailblazers trail by 21 to the left wing. Here's Klingon. Pass to Kamare. Outside, Avdia. Harper kicks to Henderson. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense is right there. Missed inside. The Trailblazers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Henderson, no one around him. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And 12 points from Scoot Henderson.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Here's Dort. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Henderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Personal foul.
It's on Scoot Henderson.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
That free throw, no good. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Holmgren in the post. He's got 7, and he comes up with the deuce. Holmgren's got 4 this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Simons, the pass to Henderson. Back to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Klingon, the screen for Simons. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he misses the dunk.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
You see the court awareness from Holmgren. Nice job spotting the open man.
Wallace against Henderson. Pass to Klingon. Howard with it. Still yet to score.
2 minutes remaining.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wallace. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Henderson. Second personal.
And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Thunder in 4th.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled it.
Free throw good, Wallace. And the Thunder making a switch here. So he gets them both. 1:56 left to play in the 3rd. Simons from outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Simons has got 9 points.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from there.
Basket good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break, getting the shots they want and converting them.
For three, again, Simons missing. Oklahoma City leading by 23. Plays it up off the glass. 10 points for him.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Wallace against Henderson. Outside, Simons. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. Misses the baby hook. Henderson outside. And Ayton throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Lets it go with a 3. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the... Oklahoma City Thunder with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Grant steps in at 4 with Ayton, the big man, in the middle. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Howard. And it's Puffkin in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it's blocked. The Thunder leading by 21. Here's Peterson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Simons, the pass to Grant. Looking for Ayton, he gets it in there. Off target with the open look.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Simons from outside. It's good from long range. Simons has got 9 points now in just the second half. Oklahoma City shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Back to Arenas. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
To the middle, and stolen by Arenas. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Buffkin, and that one is stuffed right through.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Arenas passes to Peterson. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 21. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Grant now top of the key, 5 to shoot. Portland moving the ball around. It's tipped. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Pass to Peterson for the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Peterson's got 5 points in the quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generations. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
Arenas with the bucket.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Outside, Simons. Here's Howard. Second shot opportunity. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, look, he's a double-double machine. DeAndre Ayton gives this team something every team needs. Size.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Kamare. It's Henderson on the wing. Outside, Avdia. Goes back up. And Ayton with the layup.
Yeah, some energy from Ayton there.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Peterson. Henderson defending. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Klingon, he's checked in for 8. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Pass to Harper. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Arenas adds a two-pointer. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Arenas has got 9 points here in the second half. Harper against Arenas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Number 11. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2, Harper.
And the first one drops. And Harper drops them both. Here's Peterson. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Harper, and Harper slams it in. Here's Peterson. Driving to the basket. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Harper dishes to Avdia. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Oklahoma City ball.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Outside for Arenas. Shot from the wing. Pass to Peterson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. Pass to Klingon.
2 minutes.
Outside, Avdia. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Avdia. For 3, Henderson. They get it back.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Arenas misses. Portland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
Arenas kicks to Wiggins. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's blocked. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Harper's shot's good.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
First personal foul.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're ahead by 20. Guys, your thoughts?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. First free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And again, Portland running the court in transition. And good that time. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he banks in the layup.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Shea, balanced scoring for you all tonight. What is working offensively?
Yeah, we're just trusting each other, playing for each other, doing the sets that Coach has us doing, and really just being unselfish. When you do those things like that happen.
It was a great performance all around tonight. Congrats on the win again. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.